Hey, do you guys want to be a top listing agent in your market? I mean, top of the top. If you do, you got to get your laps in. What do I mean by that? Do I mean should you start running? Oh, of course not. Hi, my name's Jim McCord. I've been a realtor since 1993, and for the last 8 years, I've been coaching realtors nationwide. And I get this question a lot from newer realtors. Jim, I go on listing presentations and I don't get the listing. They list with someone that has more experience. Well, I get that all the time, and guess what? That happened to every single one of us while we started going on listing presentations. Nobody gets their license, goes out on their first listing presentation, and knocks it dead, and has all the confidence in the world and can answer every objection. It's impossible. I say you got to get your laps in. It's kind of like running. Top runners get a lot of laps in before they're really good at running. A whole lot of laps before they are a top runner. Top listing agents get a whole lot of listing presentations in, so they have a lot of confidence. They can answer all the objections and they can do it extremely confidently. That's when they start getting a great percentage of their listings. So if you're new, don't do what most newer realtors do. They go on a few listing presentations, they don't get it, because most of us didn't get our first couple listings. That just doesn't happen. It takes a lot to get the confidence and to know how to answer objections. Don't give up and say you're going to be a buyer's agent, because you probably aren't going to make it, and you'll be like the 80% of the realtors who leave the industry. Over 80% of newly licensed realtors across the country leave the industry within 2 or 3 years. It's because they're trying to be buyer's agents. They've given up, or they never even tried to be a listing agent. Listing is where it's at, but you got to practice that listing presentation. Now, some realtors will say role playing. We'll do a lot of role playing, and if you like role playing, yeah, I think that can help. For me, when I started back in 1993, I tried role playing. I couldn't do it. It was phony. I just couldn't do it. So what I did is I went on a whole lot of listing presentations, and I screwed a whole lot of them up at the beginning. People weren't listening with Jim McCord in the first couple months because I wasn't putting confidence out. I didn't know how to answer all their objections. But on every one that I went on, I learned a little bit more. So I think personal experience going out on the listing presentation is way better than role playing. And even if you role play, you still got to get out there. Now, how do you get out there? You just got to go after for sale by owners and expires. I wrote a book 8 years ago, quickly became a #1 best-selling book in the real estate market on Amazon, A Revolution in Real Estate Sales. You can get that for under $10. In that book, I share how to go after expired listings and for sale by owners. Because 100% of those people, or at least close to 100% of them, want to sell. Don't be farming. Don't be working other agents' open houses. Start going after people who want to sell. It's for sale by owners and expires. Don't give up when you don't have the confidence in your first 5 or 10. You got to put the laps in. You got to keep putting the laps in. And the more laps you put in, the more listing presentations you give, the more objections you hear, the better you will be at answering those, and the more confidence that you'll exude on these listing presentations, and you'll start getting it. Look, it happened to every single one of us. All the top agents and the mediocre agents all across the country all started. None of us were great at giving a listing presentation right off the get-go. Just like nobody goes out on the track and goes in the marathon or starts running, goes in the Olympics or starts running marathons. They got to put the laps in. If you're going to make it as a listing agent, you got to put the laps in. You got to go on a lot of listing presentations, and you're going to screw a lot of them up. But each time you screw some up, you learn for the next one and you get better. Jim McCord, feel free to contact me on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. Subscribe to my YouTube page. And I do coach agents. I actually coach realtors, selected realtors, for free at no cost. I used to charge $1,500. Now I do it selectively for certain realtors. If you're interested, message me or call me. I'll put my email and my phone number in the description of this video, and you can get my book on Amazon. That's less than $10. You guys have a great 2024, and go out there and put the laps in. Not running, but go on listing presentations. A lot of them. You'll get good.